That meant to be London.
See a few of you like, I shouldn't be in Hackney, I know. Like I'm looking around at it, like I look like I've come here to put England flags up around the place, you know what I mean? Just looking at a dog going, you've not covered it in a Union fucking Jack, call yourself a patriot. No. This is the level of my set, all right? You get on board now, it's a long 10 minutes for all of us, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, right, man. I'm getting older, I'm left wing, but the inner right wing is starting to get to me. You guys never had that? You never had the right wing thoughts? No? Just straight up Jeremy Corbyn fucking crowd there? Nah. Well, you've never had that? You've never been walking around here? There's just some teenagers sat on a wall, hoods up, and a bit of your brain doesn't go, they need to bring back national service, that is sort that generation out. No, I felt it. My first moment of the inner Daily Mail was on a tube, right? Packed tube, I had a seat, and there's this kid just playing TikToks out loud. It's the whole carriage. All we could hear was his TikToks. And I thought, I'm going to be the hero that the train carriage deserves. I could have gave my seat to that pregnant lady, but I want it, so I'm gonna do this instead. Got up out my seat, shuffled by everyone, went up to this child, put my best older person patronising voice. Hey mate, hi. Do we fancy putting some headphones in so me and the lovely people on the way to work don't have to listen to your little TikToks? And this kid just went to me, oh, shut the fuck up, you NPC. I didn't even know what that insult meant. Do you know how humiliating it is? When you've got to get the person who's just dispersed it, help you connect to the internet on the underground so you can Google it. He called me a non-player character. It's an incredible insult. There's no point to my life just other than to meet him, that's it. Now it's done, it doesn't matter if I live or die. I've been around the world doing this job. I got out-heckled on a train by a teenager and I had to just go back and take my seat in front of everyone, and I just thought to myself, I cannot wait to vote on something that's going to fuck your life up. Alright, man. Still live at home, which is pathetic. I've been living with my dad for years. Me and my dad, we don't get on. We get on, but we've had our moments. Like, I remember when I was 14 years old, we had sex education at school, and the school would just hand out condoms. And my dad would go away. I'd go home and I'd go into his ensuite. I'd fill the condoms up with water and just launch them into the garden. I'm 14 hours of fun. I had no better use for them. But one day I came home from school, and when I got in, my dad just went, Elliot Steel in the kitchen, nah. And I'm 14 years old, so I don't know what I'm in trouble for yet. Has he found my cigarettes? Has he found some fireworks? What's it gonna be? I walk into the kitchen and he went, right, look, you're becoming a young man. You're getting to an age where you're gonna start doing things. That's all right, but you're not to do that in my bedroom, right? That's disgusting. You've got your own room, you go up there, you tidy up, you make that noise. You don't do it in mine, okay? I don't know what you're talking about. He went, no, you know what I'm talking about. I don't. And he brought out an empty condom wrapper that I'd left in his bathroom. He went, I found this in the bathroom. And I had to go, oh, no, it's not what you think. He went, don't lie to me. And I went, no, I've been filling them up with water and kind of just like fucking them into the garden. And he was like, don't lie to me. So I then had to march my dad down to this condom graveyard site and point out what I'd been doing. And I was so happy to be exonerated, but when I turned around, I'd see all the fatherly pride drain from his face as he realised the only thing I'd been getting wet was next door's recycling bin. I try to stay up to date with current affairs and politics and stuff, but it's tiring being British. It is, it's tiring, isn't it? It's just always just arguing over nothing, over just nonsense, and the government are no help. We've got the rise of the far right in this country. They don't do anything. They don't do anything to prevent it. You know when there was like a housing crash in this country? A couple of years ago, there was like the housing crash. The Bank of England had to get involved. Do you know what the government line was? Hold your nerve. That was our government's advice to a housing... That's advice I'd give someone I've just met in a pub who's got an accumulator going on. I say something like, no, mate, they offer you cash out because they want you to take it. I reckon Forest Green are going to do it here. She said, the left don't fight any of this, man. You know, when I knew we were doomed in this country, we don't have a proper left. I knew a few years ago when Rishi Sunak, when he was our Prime Minister, he put up a video and he was in the back of the car. I couldn't even tell you what he was talking about, but he didn't have a seatbelt on. And the left in this country were like, huh? We've got him. He's going to have to resign. He's not worn a seatbelt. And there we go. You've got to go, Rishi. You've not put a seatbelt on. You've got to go. He's broken the highway code, the highest of the codes. You've got to leave. It's like we've had people lead us into illegal wars in this country and they did it. Do you think not putting on a seatbelt is going to take out the British establishment? You're out of your mind if you think you can take out the British establishment because they didn't put on a seatbelt. Well, unless it's Princess Diana. I'm going to see how this bit's going to go, and I too want to see how it's going to work in this lovely bit of Hackney. What's your name, ma'am?
Abby.
Abby. Nice to meet you, Abby. Abby, I'm going to ask you a question. I don't really do too much crowd work, but when I do crowd work, because you see crowd work comedians, they come on and they go like, what's your job? And you say your job and they go, that's a shit job, Abby, fuck you. And then everyone goes, yeah, boo, Abby, boo. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to ask a question. It's a yes or no question. It's because I'm interested in the answer. Abby, are you ever a Nazi?
No.
No, you're hesitating a little bit though, Abby. You're hesitating, but you
I don't know what hesitating.
Yeah, that's just a straight up no. That's the answer. There is an actual answer to that question. You did better than a guy did in Switzerland who went, well, I don't know what all of their policies are. As if you're going to find out how many times they take the recycling a week and go, I could get on board with some of this actually. I was once accidentally a Nazi. Do you feel that? That's a room of people going, please make this funny. No, I was on a pack train, and whenever I'm sat on a train, I don't know whether to give my seat to someone or not. You know, because someone gets on, and I said they might be pregnant, but I don't want to assume they're pregnant, because then I've just called a woman fat. So I just sit in this sort of never zone of like weird British politeness of like, I don't want to offend someone, but I want to give him my seat. But one day, I'm on the train, and this person gets on, and I have this badge, and it said, not all disabilities are visible. Please offer your seat. And I was like, amazing. This is perfect. So I went, sorry, sir, would you like my seat? And he went, yeah, thank you. And he took the seat, and I got to have that nice moment where I was the first person out of everyone who offered the seat. So I got to look around at everyone like, you should be ashamed of yourselves. And I felt so good. I just continued my journey. I got off the train, and I was like, man, that just made life so much easier. Everyone should have a badge. But that's how it starts, isn't it, Abby? That's how it starts. I grew up very left wing. I love the left. I adore it. But it's full of insane people. Yes, I grew up in the back of Socialist Workers' Party meetings. You hear people shout anything. You sit at the back of these meetings as a kid and you hear people shout things like, yeah, they need to share the wealth. It's like, of course you think that, Margaret. You make wind chimes for a living. You've got no skills. You need some of Jeff Bezos' money. You're fucked it beyond belief. But my mum's extremely left-wing. Fiercely left-wing. Right? When I was 18 years old, I was going on my first lad's holiday. Right? Going to Amsterdam. Told my mum I'm going to Amsterdam. You think you should be excited for me? I'm paying for it by myself. I tell her I'm going to Amsterdam. And the first thing my mum said to me, my mum went, well, I know. Oh no, I failed you as a mother and as a feminist. If you dare sleep with a prostitute. All right, cool. I've been having some internal conflict about that one, but if you're willing to take all the blame, that would really help me out.